Hey guys, Drew here, back with another video, and in today's video, it isn't going to be more so of a happy topic, even though there is something sprinkled in here as well, but I'll just say it right off the top here. The Newfoundland Regiment will not be participating in the top two Memorial Cup bid. We saw that they were in the top four for the bid, and they lost out on being in the top two. The top two teams are the Quebec Rempart and the Moncton Wildcats. So if you haven't seen my previous video, it was uploaded a few weeks ago. Please go check that out. There was a post that was saying that the Newfoundland Regiment were going to partake in trying to get the Memorial Cup hosted here in St. John's in 2028. So this next season, the Guelph Storm will be hosting the Memorial Cup. For those who don't know, there's a rotation. It's usually like Q, WHL, OHL, keeps going around and around. And in 2028, it is the QMJHL's turn. And the two teams that are left standing, the two teams that are going to have to try to bid their way out and try to get themselves to host the Memorial Cup are the Moncton Wildcats and the Quebec Rempart. I saw a couple decisions that were made. I don't think it was about like capacity of the arenas or anything like that, because to be fair, Quebec City and Moncton, they've got wonderful facilities up there. I don't really think it was just naturally that. The bidding, I guess they got outbid a little bit, which is why Quebec and Moncton are on top right now. And that final decision will be made later in this year. Usually in the regular season, it was announced between Guelph and Kitchener that were the top two, and Guelph ended up winning that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I'm going to root for Quebec City. I feel like the Videotron Center, and I feel like this can help maybe Quebec City get an NHL team if they host Memorial Cup and they sell out like all their games. It can prove that Quebec City likes their hockey. So maybe that's my main source to why I hope Quebec City gets it. Obviously, I was rooting for the Regiment, but now with them in Moncton in the top two, I just feel like it would be good exposure to Quebec City and how they host the tournament. They're also hosting the 2029 World Junior Championship. So if they can get the Memorial Cup and World Junior Championship, they're also hosting the Canada Winter Games in a couple of years as well. So those are three major tournaments that will probably be played all at the Videotron Center. So, it's going to be interesting to see what has in store for Quebec City and their future. Moncton would be a pretty cool host as well. My one main concern, though, is that it feels like next year the Wildcats are going into a rebuild after their 2-year kind of dynasty with the guys like Caleb Denmoyer, Tommy Blau, many others that are going to be leaving. So it'll be interesting to see if they do end up winning the bid. They have to try to build that team up all over again. It'll be interesting to see how that works, and it'll be interesting. Let's see what the Wildcats have in store here heading into next season. But yeah, I'm not mainly going to be talking about those teams. I mainly want to talk about the Regiment here. It was posted this morning at the time of this recording that Glen Stanford made a statement that the Newfoundland Regiment will not be partaking in the top two of the Memorial Cup bid for 2028. They do have their hopes that in 2031, crazy that I'm talking about the 2030s in this video, that the Regiment will be trying to be one of those teams once again to try to bid and host the Memorial Cup. It seems like Dem and Cape Breton really want to host in 2031. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in 2031. I don't know what I'll be doing in 2031. I'm sure you'll be thinking the same thing. But yeah, it's interesting to see what the Regiment have in store here and try to host in 2031. But he also ended the statement with a very interesting message that caught my eye big time. The Regiment have something in store. It's not the Memorial Cup, not that great, but they have something in store, something big coming in the next couple of days that they will be announcing, and just got to keep an eye on that. And when it gets announced, I will make a video about it. I've been thinking about what that could be. My main source, the main thing that I'm thinking it's going to be, is the 2027 QMJHL draft will be hosted at the Mary Brown Center. That's just my guess. It feels like the Regiment have been really invested in these drafts since they've been a part of the QMJHL. So it would be really cool if we had the QMJHL draft hosted here. I would most certainly go. I love drafts. I just love seeing these guys promoted to their hockey career, almost you could say. And when they get drafted, they've solidified themselves into the QMJHL. The coolest story about it, though, Max McCarthy, projected first overall pick, is from Newfoundland. So wouldn't it be something if he got drafted in his home province to the QMJHL? That would just be an amazing story. But yeah, aside from that, what else could it be? It could also be the QMJHL Top Prospects game, which is held in usually like January, December. I believe it was last year, hosted in Gatineau. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, they usually did a CHL Top Prospects game, but that usually that ended a couple of years ago, where they now have the CHL top prospects playing against the U.S. National Development Team top prospects. So usually in every single league now, like the WHL, OHL, QMJHL, their top prospects will all play in a game. It's kind of like an all-star game a little bit, except it's for the players that are eligible to the NHL draft, and they'll showcase their talents in a game. So it would be pretty cool if we saw that as well. See a couple of guys coming that'll be drafted into the NHL next year. Just some obviously good talents like Alexis Joseph, for example. I'm sure he would be the main guy heading into that game. But yeah, those are two things that I'm really keeping my eye on, are the draft and the top prospects game. Can the regiment host one of them? Only time could tell. Am I rooting for the draft? Yeah, a little bit. I love the way that the drafts work in the QMJHL. In my opinion, they do a better job than the NHL. Just the way it's handled and everything. It's so well done, so professionally well done. And I just feel like the regiment would be such a good host here on the Rock. It would be one big kitchen party. There's no doubt about that one. But yeah, that's basically it for today's video, guys. Sad news that the regiment are out on the Memorial Cup, but things are going to be brewing here in the next few days. So I'll have all the updates coming up here on the Drew and I, the Hockey Guy YouTube channel, talking about the Newfoundland Regiment. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like this video. You can subscribe if you really liked it. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, I would truly appreciate it. That's it for today's video, guys. I don't know when the next video is going to come out. If the regiment don't make any announcements in the next few days, I will probably try to brew something up and post it here on the channel. So if you haven't seen that, if just be prepared for that. Just be prepared for some announcements. Make sure you have your notifications on for the regiment socials, because something big is coming in the next few days. That's it for today's video, guys. I'll talk to you all again soon.